Tadaima, thank you for clicking on my channel to watch this video. Welcome to being Tawana on YouTube. I hope that you enjoy my content. If you do enjoy my content, please subscribe, like, share, and comment, please. I would appreciate it so much. Just wanted to get into a few things today. I'm going to record this series of videos in 3 different parts. And I've got some no's today, so this has been pretty heavy on my mind for the last week. I took all last week off from recording. I wanted to do a therapy Thursday. Last Wednesday I got back home. I was in Orlando with a very close friend of mine and her daughters, enjoying SeaWorld and 8-year-old twin life. So when I got back, I was tired. My kids are young adults, so being around 8-year-olds really took me out. But some things happened last week that I just want to talk about, so many different things. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take this week of rest and just be and just get my mind together and get myself together. I have a lot of great things going on in my life right now, things that I'm working on. Still on my job search. I am praying for a position. I had my 3rd interview yesterday, so I'm praying that that position comes through, hopefully. But otherwise, everything else in life is super awesome. And this story about me, I wanted to share with you all in hopes that it helps you in some way or helps somebody that you know. It's going to be in 3 parts. I will try my best to be respectful, and I'm just going to take my time with this. I'm going to try to keep these videos to 12 minutes a piece. So let's get into the first part of this. So this video is part 1 of all about picking up things that don't belong to you, a sister wife experience. So I've been married twice. My first marriage was to my children's their father, and the marriage was awesome, really great. The divorce was horrible though. So I won't ever talk about him on this platform. I just won't. If you know me personally, you know what it is. And those of you that do not know me personally, things happen in life that you can't control. And that's why our marriage ended. I will just say that about him. I was single for 3 years, left my home state, moved all the way out east, didn't know a soul. I had got a position with the company. They gave me a sign-on bonus. I moved out there. My kids were really small. My daughter was 4 and my son was 1. Didn't know anybody. And, obviously I met people through work, but with them being so young, there's only so much going out and things you can do. I didn't get them, I got them like a nanny, maybe like year 3-4 that we lived there, and the nanny was so awesome. She would keep them every other weekend, and that worked out. But the first 3 years I was there, I would pay somebody to babysit, watch the kids here and there. So when I met number two online. I think a lot of people meet online in different ways, through networking, for dating, for friends, for jobs, things around your house, around your lawn, whatever. You meet people online all the time nowadays. But back then, in 2007, 2008, still kind of new, And I think the site was Black People Meet. That's where I met number 2. And we talked for 3 weeks and came to my house, and that was it. It was just like, boom, we were together, that was it, And there were some things about him that I really loved and I really enjoyed. I thought he was extremely charming. Um, I'm laughing, but so true. I love a bow-legged man. So there goes that. But you know, there were also some things about him that I didn't too much care for. But you know, no one is perfect. You are going to be in a relationship and you are going to have to compromise on some things, and that is life, and that is the way that it goes. However, you know, I met his family, he met my family. We both had periods of time where we wanted to break up with one another, but we didn't. For some reason, we didn't break up. We had met, got engaged, and got married all in 9 months. Okay. Super fast. Super fast. And I remember, I'm not a wedding person. Um, I love wedding cake. I like a good, a good dress and some pretty pictures and some things, and I like a good honeymoon. But outside of that, I'm very, very simple. But we had a wedding, and we got married on Virginia Beach, at the beach. Very gorgeous. Um, we all had on white. My best friend came and her family. My aunt came with her family. One of my cousins I'm close to, she came with her family. Oh, well, with her husband. And my brother came. And everybody else that came to the wedding and the reception was my ex's family. And so, during our very, very brief dating life that we had, I can't say we really dated. We kind of went right on into family life. My children were small at the time. And, we didn't have a lot of time alone. That now that I think back on it, I wish we did spend more time alone, but we didn't have that. So we went on very few dates. And there was always something going on, things I could never quite, put my finger on. But I was like, hey, we already do this thing, let's do it, So we get married, and on my wedding day, I am in the hotel suite, and I'm standing there in my dress, looking at myself in the mirror, and it was just like deer in headlights, The first time I got married was it was very simple. I had on a suit, and he had on a suit. I had on a dress suit. And we went to the courthouse, me, him, and the baby got married. That was it. It was wonderful. It was peaceful. It was just how I wanted it. This one, it was a lot of, accommodating, people and times and coordinating all these different things. And, it was just a lot for me. I'm very, very simple. And I don't like a lot of muss and fuss about anything in life. I feel like, what is the point in that? But anyhow, wedding day comes, and I'm standing there, and I just didn't. I felt like God was like, no, don't do this, don't do it. My best friend comes up, and she's like, hey, the officiant is going to leave. You don't come down. You're beautiful. He loves you. Maybe just a little cold feet. Come on, let's go. And I go. And I get down to the beach. And as I'm walking, getting pictures taken of me as I'm walking. And I stand in front of him. And I'm just crying my eyes out. I didn't wear any makeup on my wedding day, like none. Didn't need to. I had a good tan. Like I got a good tan now, but I had a good tan then too. And so, yeah, I'm standing there and I'm crying, and I look over and I see his mother sitting there. I didn't really care for the face that she was making at the time. I'm going to be respectful on this video because this is all about growth. For me to sit here and talk about this and still be in a space of peace, like this is real growth for me. So those are my friends, those people that know me, my friends and my family that have lived with me through this situation, where I came from. So okay. Um, anyhow, I'm crying. It's like God is telling me, don't do this. Don't do it. Just walk away. Go enjoy your reception upstairs. Go eat some cake, whatever. Don't do it. And I did it anyway. Okay. So it's over. And we go proceed to the reception. That was okay. And we ended up going back home, I think like the next day or the day after. I don't think we stayed in Virginia Beach too long. And, real life hit. And when real life hit, all the things that I didn't know came out. Got a call. Everybody has a nickname with me. Every person in my life, especially people that I don't particularly care for or care to know really well, they have nicknames. And this person, she calls and she's like, yeah, I slept with him, I don't know, second week of the wedding or second week of y'all marriage or something. I don't know. And I was like, if you did, you did. It's too late. It's done. And that was the beginning of there always being somebody else in my marriage. Always being somebody else other than just he and I and God. It was always me, him, God. Maybe not God, I don't know. And whoever the hell else was in this marriage. So I'm at 11:53. I'm going to close this part 1 out. And stay tuned for part 2. Each of us.